Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Humbrea, featuring 3 first-time adventurers and 1 very patient DM. This is DND404.
All right, what are we waiting for? And I shove Telemachus 5 feet forward in between the mirrors.
I'm in between the mirrors as he pushes me 5 feet forward. That son of a bitch.
You just feel disjointed. You're having a hard time like keeping your equilibrium as you're walking forward, but nothing's bad happening.
Like a dog in the backseat of a car, you just see me like on all fours trying to stand still and stand upright.
I walk past towards the west part of the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the south part of the room. So I'm just gonna hook a left away from them and start going south and to explore the lower room.
And I will head north towards the mirror.
Perfect. What we'll do is we'll start with Jax and then work our way around. So you find a note, and on the note it says, "This creature, driven mad by isolation in its echoing void, hoards knowledge and secrets as it possesses," and then it kind of trails off. So what you are able to put together is that this note is for the wing of this place that you just were at.
Yeah, it had to do with that one-eyed creature.
Yes. Do a say sleight of hand real quick. Say you get over a 13. Okay, you got a 13. Perfect.
I did.
You look on the back, and written in kind of like almost crayon-like letters, it says, "Answer is shadow."
And I'll keep that knowledge to myself. All right.
All right. So we will do both Limbo and good old Thumper over here.
Telemachus.
Telemachus. I'm going to get
Telemachus.
that right. Telemachus. Okay. As you guys cross, and to anyone listening, there is 2 walls. There's a wall on the north side that's separating into another room, and there's a wall on the south side that's separating into the other room. And as you walk, both of you walk towards to this extra room. The moment you walk into the room, you instantly start burning or freezing, I guess, in this way. And with that being said, you will need to roll initiative.
Ooh. Another 14.
The mirrors happen to be
17.
frozen gelatinous cubes.
Ew.
Squeeze me.
Giving off a reflection. What was it? Give me those numbers again. Sorry. Jax.
That was that was an 8 for me.
All right, Mr. 17. Well, I think that they're gonna have to do a surprise attack at this point.
So am I inside the gelatinous cube?
Let's just say your hand, the moment you kind of like walking into a door and your hand just touched it.
Yeah.
And immediately you're like shell shocked. The cube tumbles forward and falls right on top of both of you.
Oh, the cube does cube things and like. Okay.
So you guys need to do dexterity saving throws.
Easy. Let's do it. Oh, that's a 7.
19.
Did I
Parkour.
fail?
You did.
I'm going to use a reaction. Lucky footwork. If I fail a dexterity saving throw, I could roll a D4 to possibly pass.
You also have your Bardic, right?
Oh, I got a 4, so 11.
Does not pass.
Damn it.
You have your Bardic.
Do I have Bardic?
I don't think so.
I thought you gave him one, right? He hasn't
I
used it.
forgot to give him one.
He was too far away.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You rip scat. Before I finish, that's when the thing falls on top of me.
Thanks for mine, Jax.
All right, so you take 10 damage
Oof.
for being in the cube and are, we'll say, engulfed.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, we're just going to say that these are solid and you're getting like super smushed at this point is how I kind of want to put a little spin on it. But you're getting smushed so much that you can't breathe and it is restrained, and take 21 at the start of each round that you're on the cubes there.
So do I take it at the end of my turn or the beginning of my turn?
At the start of each of the cubes' turn.
Okay.
Limbo, you passed, correct?
Yes.
So I'm gonna have you
Parkour.
move as opposed to stay there.
Okay.
So move so that you're not within Yep.
He's going to dodge roll past the cube into the room. So I am now in the most southern room. And I yell, "Hey, watch out for the cubes," to everyone else.
Perfect. Initiative 17.
So is this thing like a solidified object or like a solid gelatinous cube? So it's like a heavy rubber blanket almost?
It's more of a solid cube.
Okay.
But so on your turn, sorry, I just read this. You need to do a DC strength saving throw.
Saving throw. Okay. 15.
Okay, so you get out. So we'll say that you're on the side, straight on the side of it. We won't count it as your turn, and then now do your turn.
As I lift this, you see this tiny bunny just like lift its way out of the gelatinous cube as it begins to lift it over its head just a little bit so I can escape. And then as a bonus action, I am going to rage, and you see the fire inside the bunny burn. As I rage, you see Telemachus grow in size. He becomes a large creature as he is now a form of giant himself. The leather armor expands around him. You see that his chest is completely ripped. He has these super muscular calves, and his glaive now fits in his hand perfectly and ignites in flames. When I range, I get a giant stature. I've considered a large creature. This is Path of the Giant, by the way. And my weapon that I am bounded with, which is my glaive, it becomes the Elemental Cleaver. When I enter a rage, you can choose one weapon that you are holding and infuse it with one of the following damage types: acid, cold, fire, thunder, or lightning. I choose fire. So it gains 1d6 of that damage type, and it gains the thrown property. And when I throw the weapon, it instantly reappears in my hand, whether it misses or hits the target. And while raging, I can use a bonus action to change the element. And you see Telemachus, now this huge rabbit. So now I am a large rabbit with a flaming red hot glaive. And I am going to use my glaive and swing at it. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
That does.
And with my second attack, that'll be, it's a nat 1. It's a 37. So I got 13 slashing damage, and it's gonna be 1 point of fire damage.
So 14
14 points of damage total.
When you swing at this cube, your first attack seems to do some damage, chipping off part of the cube. You are cracking it every time you hit it, and your second attack puts out your fire because you rolled a nat 1, which I think you can relight again, right? For free.
Yeah, it stays lit because it becomes a magical weapon. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just
it just puts it out for a short period of time as you swing, and then once it stops, it relights again, and you're like, oh, okay.
And now you hear Telemachus' voice like super deep. I'm just heating up.
I think your ball is just finally dropped.
This ball? Where?
All right, Limbo.
All right, so Limbo through the cube sees little Telly become Big Telly. And then he goes, "Hey, Telly's big now." And he turns to the cube and, well, first, can I just do an investigation of the room that I'm in? I just want to look around and see if there's anything else like that sticks out to me.
Yes. What you investigate is that there's a lot of dead bodies that seem to have been smushed. That used to be frozen, but now are in just shards and just pummeled together, obviously, by this cube. You do notice that in the back, let's call it the southeast corner of the room, there's a little shimmer of something underneath the possible bodies over there. But on top of that, you do notice that there might be a weak point within the cube itself.
Then I am going to attack the weak part of the cube. So I'm going to hit it with my quarterstaff, and that is a 26 to hit on the first attack.
Okay, that hits.
So that's 10 damage, and then I'm also going to use something called the Astral Spark. It says once per turn, when you hit a target with a simple or martial weapon, you can cause the target to take an additional 3 points of force damage. So that's going to be 13 points total damage. And then I will take my second attack. That is a nat 20. Thank you. Finally. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Limbo's heating up as terrible rolls though. Wow, that is only 9 damage. And then I'm going to, can I stunning strike a gelatinous cube? Is that something that I would be able to do?
No.
Okay, then I'm just going to do an additional unarmed strike on it. So I'm going to attempt to, instead of headbutting it, because I don't want my head to get stuck in it, I'm going to try to kick it.
Okay.
And that is a 24. Dang. So that is 8 more damage.
With 30 damage, you hit the weak point of this and it craters the one side of this cube. And you can see that the ripples almost reach around the cube itself, but is still standing.
Got it.
Over to Jax.
All right. These cubes, do they have like swords and shields and stuff in them?
So it is a cube. It is like gelatinous cube, quote unquote, but it's more of a frozen cube.
It's an ice cube.
It's a big ice cube is basically what it is. There is indentions of like things that are like maybe stuck to it just from smushing something so hard. So yes, technically.
Yes, technically.
Yeah. Not inside it, but like, you know what I mean? On the outside of it, I guess. Like from past adventures that maybe came through,
Gotcha.
or weapons or things, or just spoons, whatever might be around.
Yeah, if there's a sword inside of it, I'm gonna cast a 3rd level heat metal on the sword.
Okay.
And so I can choose a manufactured metal object, such as a metal weapon or a suit, and so on, that I can see within range. So I basically cause the object to glow red hot. The creature will immediately take 3d8 fire damage. So it's gonna take 13 fire damage from the heated sword. I'm concentrating on that right now, so I can do that again as a bonus action on each of my subsequent turns. If a creature is holding or wearing an object and takes the damage, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
It did 25.
That'll do it.
So as you heat up the weapon that's stuck to the side of the thing, you do notice the same crack that Limbo actually saw as well. Maybe a weak point on the cube as well.
And then I'm going to yell over to Telemachus. Glad you finally joined us in maturing a bit there, and give him a bardic.
You see, as he's blessed with the bardic inspiration, he waves his head as it's like blowing in this metaphorical wind, and you notice that when he moves his head, he has this long brown flowing mane and this beautiful head of hair in between his rabbit ears.
Going over to the cubes, we'll do the farthest south one that's over by Limbo. The cube tumbles to try to smush Limbo, but the crater that's there ends up saving Limbo from any danger.
Uh-oh, I'm in danger.
So you're technically underneath the cube, feeling very cold, but completely safe. We will go to the south side cube. It will then roll over, or tumble, technically, onto Telemachus. And with that being said, we'll then do, you have to do another DC save.
13.
Ooh, barely passes.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you'll have to jump out of the way, what is how we'll have to rule it. So that would be both their turns, and then it's gonna go back over to Telemachus.
So this thing's just moving its body, right? It's not like protruding any limbs.
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move 15 feet away from it. I'm gonna try to get to the back corner of the room here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move westward to the back corner of the room, turn around and face it, and I'm going to throw my glaive at it because it now has the thrown property. And I'm going to use sharpshooter, my sharpshooter feat, which minuses 5 for my roll, but adds 10 to my damage. That is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
So you see, as I throw my glaive at it, you see the flame burns brighter as I use my foundling feat, and it adds an additional, when I throw my glaive, it adds an additional 1d10 fire damage. It is going to do 27 points of damage, and it's going to fly back into my hand instantaneously, and I'm going to roll to hit again.
Is that 27 all fire damage, or was it just the 1d10?
It is 5 points of fire damage, 22 points of slashing damage. And then my second one is going to miss, but it reappears in my hand as I only got a 5. And then I will end my turn as I like throw the first one, chunk it with the flaming glaive, and I try to throw it back at him, but it misses. And I go back like, slippery little one.
All right. Limbo, you are underneath this gelatinous cube. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to try to carve my way out of it with my quarterstaff. So I'm going to take it and make a like spinning attack to try to carve a bigger hole than what I'm already in. And that's a 22 to hit on my first attack. So that is going to be 7 plus I'm also going to do another astral spark special again. So that's going to be 10 total damage for my first attack. My second attack is going to be a 23 to hit, which is going to be 8 more damage. And then I'm going to do a flurry of blows. So I'm just going to also just start spam like leg kicking from the inside, and that is 22 to hit. Oh my god, I'm rolling so bad on the damage. That's just 5 additional damage.
Okay. Perfect. Anything else?
That's gonna be it.
All right. You kick this thing, and as you're doing it, debris is flying off into your face, and you're actually getting pretty far into this gelatinous ice cube that's on top of you, but it has not moved. It is still standing, I guess. That's how you want to call it.
Yeah.
All right, Jax, over to you.
I will go 10 feet, 15 feet forward into the middle of the room, and I will run up to the burning sword and just try and hit it with my rapier back into the slime.
All right.
I use my action to try and hit it into the slime. That makes sense.
Okay. Let's do sleight of hand.
Okay. So I get 23 to like hit it off the floor into the gelatinous cube.
Perfect. It hits.
And I'll use my bonus action after that to like keep burning the sword.
Okay.
And it'll have to make that same Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it rolled a 1.
Wow.
So
It'll stay in and take 17 points of fire damage.
Ooh. There you go. You go up, you see the sword still steaming with heat. You go up and you give it a smack while it's in air. You ignite it and it plunks right into the untouched side of this cube. As you're doing that, you see that it just explodes the entire area, showing another crater on the untouched side. Not only did you explode that side, you explode every side as it just completely billows out from every angle and then crumbles and fades into a puddle.
All right. And then I peer around the edge. You're right in there, Telemachus. How you doing?
I warmed him up for you, and I point my fiery glaive at it. At the puddle. I warmed him up for you.
Whatever lets you sleep at night, and then I walk back the other way.
It just gets me more heated.
Yep.
I'm just that much more angry. You hear me flexing in the back of the room.
All right.
That'll end my turn.
So what the cube is going to do is sit there. It's not going to move. It's not going to try to do anything. With its intelligence the way it is, it thinks that it is squishing you. So it stays there. So over to Telemachus. I can't say it. Telemachus. Telly.
Just call me
Telly
Telly.
is what it is.
Call me Telly. Telly the bunny, the magnificent, the giant, the strong, the beautiful.
Hey, Telly. And I'm like waving from inside the other cube on the other side of the room.
I'm going to move 40 feet into the room. You just see like I hop over, put 1 foot over Jax as I go over his space and occupy it next to him. And I go, watch this. And I throw my glaive at it. Yeah, I'm going to throw my glaive. Sharpshooter.
Okay.
Fun stuff. I'm going to throw it twice. Ooh, with a 17 and a 10. Can I use Bardic Inspiration on my second throw?
You don't even need to because it hits.
51 points of damage with both those attacks with Sharpshooter as I throw the glaive, and you see the glaive becomes like a fiery red spear, smashes through it, and then it reappears in my hand, and I twirl around like Mario 64 throwing Bowser into the bomb, and I throw the other one, my second glaive back at it
Awesome.
with fiery passion.
So you turn the corner with the blade still hot from blowing up the gelatinous ice cube over by you. You jump over, you throw your glaive twice, hitting the gelatinous ice cube on the south side of the room, completely cutting it in half, and then with your second throw, cutting it right down the middle as Limbo dodges out of the way, and you just see this thing fall like sliced bread opened up. You guys are now out of combat, free to mosey around.
Wait, my cube died too?
Yeah, he just threw glaives across.
Fiery red glaive.
Oh, I thought that was his. Okay.
I saved you.
I look up. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you go.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, I was just gonna say I look up at Telemachus. I'm like, Telemachus, I like what you did with your hair.
Oh, thank you. It flows in the wind.
Yeah, how'd you get it all to come out your nose like that? And then I walk away.
And I get small as I'm snapped out of my rage.
Can I go over to the corner where I saw that shiny thing and try to see if I can pick it up?
Yes. So it is in the southeast point of the map, and while having to move completely shattered body over, and then as you pick up the next one, its hand crumbles as you try to move it, and eventually you have to kind of shove it completely out of the way as it crumbles again. You find the stone in the corner.
Limbo looks like you got a stone as well. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Well, yeah, technically this is my second one because I just gave you the first one, remember? And then I just pick I say that like as I bend over, just picking up the third stone.
You guys gonna do anything here? Investigate anything else? What are you guys gonna do?
I want to see if anything cool came out of these gelatinous cubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go check the one.
I'll check the one I killed, and you can check the one you killed.
Technically, I killed both of them. All right. Technically, I warmed them up, made them nice and toasty. I won't call myself a chemist, but I did boil some water. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's a nat 1 on my investigation.
All right. The cube to the north.
I got a 10.
19.
I got a 10 on my investigation. Clearly better than a silly 19.
Clearly.
As I sniff.
Hard to sniff when you got all those nose hairs up in there.
I would have put my foot up your nose if you don't stop there.
All right. You guys to the north, you guys find a note similar to the one that you found in the very first room that you guys came to. And it says, "First comes the sky vast and wide." So Limbo, you're on the south side and you search the cube. You see shards of nothing.
It's empty.
Can I bring my 19 and carry it over to the south
yeah,
side?
can I'll use my bardic too. Oh, that's a 2, so I got 3.
All right.
Just one thing.
Yep.
Let me take a look over here.
Jax comes over, helps you out, and finds another note written in the same handwriting. It says, "Lastly, nature, where the secrets hide."
I already got it figured out. Everybody give me your stones and let's go upstairs.
Okay. And I just hand it to him.
What if I don't wanna?
All right, well, you can keep yours for the end. I'll tell you what, I'll let you put the last one in, okay?
Oh, thank you. I greatly appreciate that, friend.
All right, you guys are going back upstairs?
Yeah.
Yep.
We are in the main area. What are we doing?
Plucking my nose hairs as I become severely self-conscious of my appearance. Suddenly, I'm a rabbit. I'm supposed to have that. No, I'm a giant. Ugh. Now I'm having an identity crisis.
All right, Lyria, step aside.
She's completely just so excited. She heard all the commotion. She was already kind of giving up. You could see that she was halfway up the stairs by the time you went down there. And then she hears her voice. She comes again, holding with 2 arms, going back down the stairs. So excited, overjoyed. She sees you with all 3 stones at the
I got 2 stones. The rabbit
2 stones. Sorry.
still has theirs.
They're giant.
Can I try and persuade Lyria to go back down into the west wing? What I want to say is like, now Lyria, we'll do this in a second, but there are a lot of bodies down there that need your attendant. I'm not sure which are yours, so you need to go check them out and make sure you get the belongings for those that are back in the village waiting for them.
You want this old lady to go down those stairs? When
I love
barely
limbo
made it
carrier.
down here? Look. I'll get someone from the village. Let's see what's happening here.
Can I try and persuade her, or do you think there's no...
She doesn't seem like she wants to.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person then.
Okay.
So it's a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. So I'm attempting to charm a humanoid, which I can see within range. After they make that check, if they fail it, it's charmed by me until the spell ends or until someone does anything harmful to them.
Okay.
The charmed creature regards me as friendly.
She
Try
got
to charm it to like me.
a 13. What did you say I needed?
15, so she fails.
Okay. So what is she?
Yeah, I kind of like hold her arm and bring her over to Limbo. I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be okay. Now, Limbo, you take no, you know what? I have to stay within 30 feet of her. So I'm gonna like take her hand and be like, don't worry, I'll guide you down there, and I'm going to look through those skeletons with you, okay? We're gonna get through this together. Don't you worry your bones about it. And I'm gonna hand the gems to Telemachus.
Okay.
Telemachus? And I whisper to him, Telemachus.
My ear points to his face.
First comes the sky, that's blue, okay? Easy peasy, right? Next comes blood, that's red.
Of course, yeah.
Lastly, nature, green, okay? Got it? Good. And I start walking away.
I hear that and I face the gems like right up to my face. Like, dude, are they different colors?
They are all the same color.
Okay.
Damn it.
What? Just like yell towards them. What?
I thought I had it figured out.
As Telemetris actually puts the gems up to his eyes, he notices on the gem in his good eye, which we'll say is his right eye, a little bit better than his left, he notices that there's a marking on it.
This one's a bit scuffed. Let me just wipe that out.
When you handed him the gems, you're not sure which one was from which area, but this gem, I can type it in chat. Can you guys read that?
What the fuck?
Number PG
Number two.
Yes,
That's what it says?
that's what it says.
That mumble jumbo?
Yep.
So anyways, we're just going to go down here and we're going to take her business. Find it. I'm guiding her away, leaving Telemachus to figure it out.
I look at these the markings on this and I'm like, I think it's an amalgam? An analgram?
Don't worry, you got this. And I wink at him and give him one more bardic inspiration.
What? Just Telemachus is just baffled and confused.
I continue towards the stairs with, what's her face, Lyria.
Hey, Limbo, why don't you come over here and give your buddy a looky with this?
Okay.
I know you're good with words and letters and sketches and numbers and markings and trinkets and baubles. What does it say? And I show him the markings.
Fuck. Well, he doesn't know how to read, so it doesn't really help. Can I just say, like, can I just roll something to see if, like, I might not know what it says, but I, like, recognize what it, like, the writing or whatever?
Sure. Yeah.
What would that be? Like a history check, maybe?
Yeah, let's do that.
That's a 12.
With a 12, it is in common. It seems like you should be able to read this word.
I turn it upside down.
It's not in a foreign, it doesn't seem like it's a foreign language because you recognize every letter. You turn it upside down and it still looks the exact same.
I put it in a mirror.
It does not look any different.
Fuck.
Are we currently down the stairs or where are we now?
Yeah, I'm helping her search bodies to see if we can find anything to bring back to families.
Limbo, I tried doing everything. I tried turning it around. I tried looking at it with the other eye. I tried yelling at it. Nothing's working.
Can I just try to put one down into the center of the center area in the room?
Yes.
I just grab one from Telly and I just put it into the little socket.
We're going to say there's 3 sockets for them. Which one did you put in where?
I want to put so what you sent us, that's 3 different writings on the 3 different gems, right?
No, that was one gem that he looked at with his good eye.
Okay, then can I stare at a different gem?
Yep.
I want to grab the gem, the most recent gem we got.
Okay.
And from the last room, from the cubes, and I want to try to look into that one.
On that gem is the same writing, same everything. To the viewers, to the listeners, it looks like gibberish.
It looks like Jared rolled his face on his keyboard and then hit enter. Is what he's sending us.
Yes. Just for the listeners, it's like MB or it's like NBMBDIJ or UF space PG space FBSUI.
Limbo's brain is really hurting at this point, so he has to sit down and think about it for a second.
All right, so as you guys are thinking about it, old lady and Jax are halfway down the stairs. And how many turns does the charm person work for?
1 hour.
Ooh, okay.
1 actual real life hour, so.
We're gonna be here.
All right, can we bring her back up? Because I feel like she's supposed to be helping us, and
Can we just do a investigation check real quick to see if we find any memorabilia or artifacts from the families?
You look through all the piles and the bodies, but you're not able to find anything of note.
Yeah, and I ask her if she can look with me.
Yeah, she looks and she is gonna roll, and she got a 13, and she helps you look since the charm person is still going on, and wasn't able to find anything that was gonna be helpful.
Okay, so nothing there. So I bring her back up, keep holding her hand, as we walk over the gems. I'm like, all right, now if you know anything about these gems, is there anything you can tell us about, what's going on here?
Okay, and if she's charmed, what's the?
I get advantage on persuasion checks, I believe.
Okay, but you're not really persuading; you're just asking at this point.
Yeah, I'm
right?
just asking.
Yeah, she doesn't. She lets you know that she has no idea. She's never even seen the gems. She reiterates the story about how group went to the east and the group went to the west, but no one's ever been down the south route. So maybe the answer is down there.
We gotta read. And I begrudgingly go to the south to go to the library to look at books.
I release a charm from her and sit her down. And
You guys are back in the library. You noticed the books that you did touch, but you still noticed that there were still a few that were on the desks that you guys haven't touched.
I make my way over to the first desk on my right, and I see a face down book, and I'm like, I slam my head on the table and turn it to just look at the page it's open to.
Yep.
What do I see?
With one eye squinting and the other one fully open with your good eye, you do notice a bunch of math equations. And at the end of it, it says -1 that really sticks out to you.
-1. -1 of what? I see Jax just walk over. I just go, shut up. Shit it.
I was about to say something.
I know
and
you
I
were.
just close
I
my
know
mouth
you
and
were.
walk away.
I just went brain cell.
And I'll go to another table.
All right, so you're going to investigate the next table.
Yeah, the one in the middle of the room.
There's multiple books on this table that have every language's alphabet in a row, A through Z.
Is there a specific order to it? Is it like orc and something else, or?
No. So you do see that on the very top, the very front page is the common, your guys' the same letters as that are written on the gem. But if you flip through, you can see that there's Elvish and Orc and all sorts of other things. But the very top one that seems to be the most worn or used the most was the same letters that were on the gems.
Oh, I got it. I got it as a player, but there's no way in hell Limbo gets this. So the second one is sapphire.
How would you how do we
Wait,
get them
okay,
to
how about
figure it
this? I wonder if he's like,
You're right.
So
You're on the
Limbo,
right track.
so Limbo is thinking really, really hard, and he has that, he has like that Zoolander like coming of the idea where he's like, it's in the gem, and then he like sits there and he's reading it, and I don't know. Can I like explain it at least what I think if you think I'm right?
I know you're right.
So I guess there was -1. So it's taking these letters that you're sending us and then subtracting, like doing the letter before it. I'm reading it and it says sapphire. The second one at least is sapphire of, and I'm like currently trying to decipher T H. I assume that's E W. Sapphire of the Wind is the second one.
The answer's in the gem.
The answer's in the gem, and he tries to just bash it open. No, I'm just kidding.
So in a moment of clairvoyance,
Exactly.
Limbo was able to decipher the gem that he's holding says Sapphire of the Wind.
Yeah, he's like, hey, what does this say? And I like hand it to Telly, and I just wrote it out on a piece of paper. But I don't know how to read, so I just don't know how to read it.
This says sapphire of the wind.
Oh, sapphire. And then so then I guess, do you want to try to read the last gem that you have, Telly, and see what it says?
Yeah, look at the third gem.
Malabite of Earth over here.
What?
Sapphire of the Wind.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O.
Dude, I literally Googled, I Googled the alphabet, and they have a photo of it, and it's so much easier. You just find the letter and you look at rather than reading it to yourself over and over and over again.
Was this one obsidian or something?
Yeah, it has to be OBS.
Fuck is J.
Blood.
Yeah, blood is the last one. So obsidian blood.
Woo! What a puzzle, Jared. Holy. That was
You like
awesome. Yeah, I really like that.
Oh my god, I just fucking trolled myself. I looked at the alphabet and it just left out the letter J. Oh, this is the Latin alphabet.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, dude.
God.
Wow, get some ass.
Ooh, wow. Look at this, man. Okay.
Can we take a short rest before we head on upstairs? Can we say we chill for an hour?
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect.
Absolutely. All right. So let's.
We spent an hour figuring out this riddle.
Yeah. All right. So.
While we're resting, I'll take some of my hit dice.
All right. So I'm gonna move you guys back into the main area. So now we're back in the main area. It's been an hour. You guys were able to decipher the code on which gems are which. Each one of you has a gem.
Okay, so all we see is just the 3 different slots, or what do we?
Yes.
So the 3 gems we got Sapphire of the Wind, Obsidian Blood, and what was the other one?
Malabite of Earth. So I already told you this. So it's we got green, blue, and red right here. So, like I said before, put it in that way.
Okay, so then I take the obsidian blood one and I walk it over to the red socket.
We all have low intelligence, so we spend way too long doing this.
Yeah,
No way to think of this one. No way to think it's that one.
They literally hired the wrong people.
So who's got which gems?
I have the obsidian blood one.
I got the Malabite of Earth.
It's a sapphire, which is blue, which is the sky, blue sky. And I look up into the void that is like blue above us. So I put the sapphire gem in the first slot, the chink.
And I put the obsidian blood one in the second one.
I mean, I think that this one goes in the first one, but I put it in the last one, even though that is correct. I'm pretty sure I read it wrong, but we'll try it.
And lastly, nature is where secrets hide.
Perfect. Congrats, you guys figured it out.
Boom!
Right? The 3 minerals instantly disappear from view. Within moments, the whole place begins to shake. The 4 statues open their eyes and light up the 3 pillars that were in the middle of the room. Before you're able to move, the middle floor begins to twist open like an iris diaphragm. Whatever has been sleeping in this frozen hell is now awake. Things go dark, things go quiet. I need everyone to roll a perception.
Oh my God, I rolled another nat 1.
I rolled a
Fuck
nat
me.
1.
Okay.
18. I got an 18.
As it's pitch black and things are quiet, the only thing you can hear are shuffling feet towards the center of the room. As the lights come to, you notice the old lady now standing where the iris is opening, getting ready to fall face first into this void of nothingness, laughing hysterically as you guys try to move and you realize the amulets that she gave you at the beginning have you frozen in place. She's
so bad. I wish I did. Been thinking about it all game.
She jumps down the hole, and lo and behold, she puts herself on a crown that is on top of an enormous
Wait for it.
Yeti. A abominable Yeti.
She turns into this, or she's on top of it?
She's on top of it,
Oh my goodness.
ready to rip and tear. She says, she has some final thing that she says. I once was the beacon of hope of Frost Village. So you guys are frozen in place as you guys are hearing all of this go. I was the town's protector. I warded off beasts from the frozen peaks, ensured bountiful harvest despite the cold climate, but like all magic users, I yearned for greater knowledge and power. During a rare expedition to the south, when I met the three of you, I came across a black market that dealt with arcane artifacts. Here I discovered the ancient tombs written by a forgotten ice warlock, detailing the secrets, harnessing raw power of the winter. The price was steep, not gold, but a promise. I swore to bring the rituals within to fruition by the end of the winter or else. All winter, I've had hundreds, not just two groups, hundreds of adventurers come through this cape, and none of them were able to pull off what the three of you were. This crown has granted me such power. Once it's full of souls, and I'll start with the three of you, then the village, turning souls into pure ice energy. I'll be able to control it all, cement myself as the eternal Ice Queen with powers to rival gods. Roll initiative.
Oh.
So we're not getting paid?
So we're not getting paid?
Dude, I just rolled another fucking nat 1, bro.
19.
Same. Well, it's a 5.
I've rolled like 4 or 5 of them tonight. 5.
Oh shit! I just looked at the table. Oh my god, that's a big Yeti. I guess you could say I wasn't Yeti for it.
There it is.
I don't get it.
And the Yeti got 20.
Yeti got what?
23 initiative. It's gonna do cold breath. So before the old lady has control over this Yeti, still on top of it, he's gonna do cold breath to all three of you. I need you guys to make me a DC saving throw. It is a Constitution saving throw. Sorry.
That's a chill 24.
Woo.
Oh, goodness. An 8.
Oh, that's not bad. 19. That thick gift skin.
Okay, so Jax was the only one who failed it. You take 10 damage. And all three of you are now unfrozen. After the Yeti makes this big, huge ice breath that unfortunately doesn't even hit you guys after being completely frozen in place. The lady up on top of this Yeti wasn't able to concentrate enough on her spell, and you guys are free. Tella, your go.
So we were played the entire time. You rapscallion, you hoodwinking us, bamboozling, trifling, snake in the grass, and I, with my bonus action, I rip off the amulet and I rage and I become large in size, like a big old puff of hair. And I rage and I become giant in size, becoming 12 foot tall, rabbit Temelicus the giant.
Push me to the side.
Jags, so his calves are mighty as I am. And you see my glaive, rather than being fire, it is now surrounded and swirled in a vortex of lightning. And I am just going to make my first 2 attacks and chuck my glaive at it. Roll both my attacks with one shot. That is a 14 and a 9.
The 14 hits.
Ooh, I'll take it. dealing. It's going to take 6 points of lightning damage. And you see that as the vortex of lightning quickly engulfs into flames, as I add my flame strike to it from my feet, takes additional 1 point of fire damage, rolling really low, as it takes an additional 15 points of slashing damage as the glaive makes contact.
Perfect. Is that your whole turn?
Yeah, as the glaive reappears in my hand, and I yell at it. Yeah.
The Yeti shakes off the first 6 damage that you threw at it, but that 1 fire damage just completely sets it into a panic, and it now has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Mighty intriguing. Giantly intriguing. Enormously fascinating. And I end my turn.
Yes, it is huge monstrosity, by the way. If I know that was a thing that you were
This thing
asking
is
about.
towering over me, and I'm just like, oh, it's almost as big as I am.
All right. Who wants to go out of the two of you guys?
I guess I'll go first, just in case. Yeah, so I'm gonna run to the northwest part of this room, close to the statue at the northwest wall. And I'm going to use my once a day dissonant whispers. So it is going to take 10 psychic damage if it fails a wisdom saving throw of 15. If it succeeds, it still takes half. And I'll let you know what happens after.
It got a 12.
Great. So that takes that full 10 psychic damage.
Okay.
And it must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows from you.
Wow.
The creature doesn't move into obvious dangerous ground, such as fire or pit. And I look over at Limbo and I'm like, all right, if you can figure out how gems work today, you can definitely kill a Yeti. And I give him a bardic.
Okay, so it is Limbo's turn. Limbo is going to run over to the Yeti. He's gonna do like that anime run where he's just running super fast and a little cloud of dirt is kicking up behind him and he's running with the staff in his hand. And then he's going to slide and try to hit the Yeti in the legs with his quarterstaff as he comes up to him. And that is going to be oh my gosh, it's not that good. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to add a Bardic of Inspiration. And that is a 16 to hit.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, that's only 6 damage, but then I am going to use my last Astral Spark to deal another 3 damage on top of that. So that's 6 normal damage with 3 force damage for the first attack. On my second attack is a dirty 20 to hit.
Ooh.
Nice, a little bit better. 11 damage on the second one. And then I am going to use a flurry of blows. Actually, I'm going to just do an unarmed strike for my bonus action. And that is another dirty 20 with another 6 damage. And then I'm going to burn a key point to do a stunning strike. So now it needs to make a Constitution saving throw of a DC 13.
It got a 27.
Okay, so it passes. And then that will be my turn.
Bring it on, Yeti.
All right, so the Yeti still feared from the fire. Old lady on top. Get with it. She's kind of pulling its horns while she's still up there. The Yeti is going to make a multi-attack on Mr. Purple over here, Limbo.
I'm in danger.
Does a 18 hit.
Yes, it does.
All right. So it's going to hit you for 14 slashing damage plus 7 cold damage.
There goes all my temp HP.
Does 13 hit.
That one misses.
Okay, so that's its second. It attacks with both its claws.
Yep.
Hits with the first one, misses with the second one, and then it is going to do Chilling Gaze. Do a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Okay.
Don't forget you have Bardic Inspiration.
No, I burned
No,
it.
you used
Oh, it's only a 1 and done.
Yeah, but that's a 16.
It's pretty good.
Needed a 17. It will be 10 more damage, and you'll be paralyzed for 1 minute You're not immune to cold damage, correct?
No,
Okay.
What the fuck?
not this character.
For 1 minute, you'll be there, but for each turn, you're going to roll. And if you hit the DC, then you're going to be out. Does that make sense? So on every single person's turn.
I turn before I become paralyzed to the guys, and I say, "Help me!"
I'm coming, Limbo! Seeing my friend in trouble, I use my bonus action as my glaive goes from a vortex of lightning back into a burning glaive of passion as it ignites into flames again. And I'm going to move 40 feet closer to the Yeti and my buddy. And I'm going to make 2 attacks against it using sharpshooter. And we'll see if we hit. As I throw my glaive. A 9 and a 5. Man, not in my favor as the glaive goes past it twice. And returns to my hand. I'm like, oh, it's cold in here. It's cold. Not too cold, but it's a little cold. Don't worry, we're just heating up. And I will end my turn.
I'm gonna walk 30 feet closer, and she's wearing a crown.
Yes.
What's the crown made out of?
Metal.
I am going.
It's magical metal?
Magical metal. I'm gonna cast a good old second level heat metal.
Okay.
And she is going to take 10 points of fire damage.
Doesn't she have to do... Oh, no, you don't have to. Okay, that's right.
And
Okay.
she immediately takes the fire damage, but then makes a Constitution saving throw to try and keep it on.
She got a 4.
It falls.
It does fall. So she, with the crown, all of a sudden becoming hot, her old lady falls back. The crown hits the ground before she does, and you just hear this wet just splat as she hits the ground. And we'll take 10 points of damage.
Where did she fall and where did the crown fall?
Right next to each other, right behind him.
And I look over at my rabbit buddy and I say, listen, buddy, you're as good a giant as any. And I give him bardic inspiration.
Well, that's good because I am a giant.
Limbo turns and goes, "Huh?"
His face, while being frozen, went from like kind of question mark to all of a sudden sad.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was 3 turns. Give me 3 rolls. Let me see if your Constitution saving throws.
First one's a 7.
Not quite.
Next one's an 8.
Let's go for that.
Get there. We're in the right direction.
Last one was a 16.
Oh.
If only you had just a little.
A bardic of inspiration?
Yeah,
me too.
right.
Yeah.
I sit there still paralyzed.
The Yeti, now seeing that one person's frozen and the person who lit him on fire just missed him, super mad, flies across the entire battlefield to get this ginormous bunny with this flaming sword.
Give me your best shot, bud. You ain't nearly as big as you think you are.
He's gonna go ahead and do the his melee attacks again. All right, so he tears into this rabbit, swinging, and he got a 16 to hit for the first attack,
That's gonna do it.
and the second attack is 14.
That's gonna miss.
Can I use a reaction on his attack?
Sure.
I'm going to use Cutting Words. So as a reaction, when a creature that's not immune to being charmed, you can see within 60 feet, makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll, I can expend one of my Bardic Inspiration dice, roll it, and subtract it from their attack roll.
Is it the hit or is it the damage?
No, I'm subtracting my D8 from his attack roll. That is 16.
Oh, okay. Cool. So then it misses.
Hopefully I just don't roll a 1. 15 still hits. That is...
You had 19 other things you could have rolled on.
Does it still hit you?
My armor class is 15, so yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. I'll take
So you
it.
take 14 slashing damage
Can't believe it.
plus 7 cold damage.
I get real angry and I look at him and I take that like a bunny. Try to hit me again when it's my turn with your big old fuzzy hand with your warm hands.
He doesn't know what you're saying, but he knows that you're not scared. And he chilling gazes you. So you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
We take those 13. I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration. 18.
Yes.
Yay! I feel inspired. A little bit taller, even.
All right, so that does nothing to you. So that is the end of his turn.
I do one of those, like I try to make him flinch twice. I jump my head forward.
All right, Limbo, you want to hit me with a roll?
First one's a 13.
Negative.
Next one's a 7.
Negative.
And last one's a 17.
Hey!
Finally.
It's Tell's turn. You'll be open when it's yours.
Okay, got it.
I stare down the Yeti on my turn, and I'm not going to throw my glaive because I'm face to face with him. I'm just going to hit him. I'm going to try to hit him twice. First one's going to be a 22 and another 22 to hit.
Yep.
That's crazy. So I jump my head forward and see him flinch, but 2 for flinching, and I hit him with my glaive twice. He's gonna take 14 slashing damage and 4 fire damage total. And then I use my bonus action to do my bunny hop. So I have a bunny hop. I can use it 3 times a day. It allows me to move 15 feet in either direction I want, and it doesn't provoke attack of opportunity. So I'm gonna go ahead and go 15 feet out of his combat range, out of his swing range. And then I'm gonna use my movement to move 45 feet to the other end of the room. Try to get a tactical advantage.
All right.
So what's going on with Lady in the Crown?
They are on the ground currently. Old lady may have thrown out a hip. Crown laying right next to her.
So I'm going to bonus action Misty Step. Right near the crown. I'm gonna walk forward, pick up the crown, turning my concentration off on the heat metal, and I'm gonna put it on.
Ooh.
Judas. Judas.
I was not ready for that.
Yeah.
I was not ready for that. Okay. Okay. I need a roll to know if it's going to implanting very bad thoughts into your head about that.
Oh, am I making saving throws?
Oh, that's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll have it in 3 turns. It's gonna try to be like, you know what? This feels nice. You know what? We could really run with this. Could we pull this off every day? Wait a minute. It's really speaking to your kind of, frames of references.
Right.
But it also, you feel like you're starting to lift off the ground a little bit, because of how powerful this thing might be. It won't be 1 right away. Okay, 16. Okay, cool. You're keeping your
my first one.
You're keeping your wits about you.
And with my movement, the last thing I do is just move 30 feet back to where I came from, screaming, oh, this is wild. Sorry, I'm an Irish. This is wild. Oh my goodness, this is wild.
Good stuff. Limbo. You are out, and you are also immune to that gaze for an hour.
Oh, nice. Okay. So I'm gonna walk over to the lady that froze us, and I'm gonna say, I didn't like that. And I'm just gonna beat down with my fucking quarterstaff. That is a 13 to hit on the first one.
Oh yeah, you hit.
Nice. That's 9 damage. I will use that's gonna be a 17 to hit on the second one. That is another 7 damage. And then I will do another bonus action unarmed strike on her as a headbutt. And that's gonna be I don't think this hits. It's only a 9.
No, it does. She is literally almost a puddle on the ground because of nice. The fall that she made.
Oh, is she prone on the ground right now?
Yeah.
Oh, then okay. Let me just see if I get a nat 20. Nope. So that's 6 unarmed strike damage as well.
All right. She is maybe dead or potentially knocked out. You're not sure, but she is completely not moving at this point.
Okay. And then I'll use the rest of my movement to make my way towards the Yeti, and that's my turn.
Okay. Yeti's turn. The Yeti jumps right on towards the back where the crown was. That was the last time he saw it, and doesn't see it anymore, but sees the old lady who fell off of him, and just gives her a quick stomp, and just completely puts out the lights on that one. Then proceeds to even go towards, does a quick scan around the room, sees where the crown is, and then goes straight over here and takes an opportunity attack from Limbo.
Oh, nice. That is a 16.
Yep, it does hit.
Nice. That's 7 more damage.
All right, the Yeti goes over to Jax, able to get there with his movement, and is gonna do a...
Jax, watch out, there's a Yeti.
He does his chilling gaze on him. Has to make a Constitution saving throw, but with the crown, let me see what you get.
I was really hoping it would just attack. Nat 20.
Ooh, yeah, maybe that's what I'm talking about.
20.
With the crown, you can feel the power just booming within you, and you completely dissolve the gaze. And that will be the end of the Yeti's turn.
No more gays. Oh, sorry. Cut it.
Cut it.
Tella's turn.
I see my boy trouble, but not too much trouble, as he's staring down with the ice crown, and I threw my glaive. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my glaive twice at him with a big old spin and twirl. That first one's gonna miss, but the second one is going to hit with a 17. And you see it. You see that when I throw the glaive, you see that I'm gonna use my last feat charge, and as I throw the glaive, it ignites with flame again. So it's going to do 8 points of fire damage, and it's going to do 18 points of slashing damage as the glaive flies through the air in a fiery tornado towards me.
All right. Is that everything?
Yeah, and I'm actually going to use my movement to get closer to him to try to taunt the creature and maybe get his focus on me. And then my turn.
Alrighty. So did that save I did before count for this turn, or?
That was, so you're gonna do 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
So that was the first one.
30, 20.
All right. So you're all good.
Oh, it went from an 11 to a 4.
No. Next turn.
Oh, next turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far you're in the clear.
All right. So I am going to... Jax is freaking out. I don't know if I can take it. Oh, this is crazy. I don't know if I can take it. Poof! He goes invisible.
Oh,
And
wow, I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah.
As I cast invisibility. and I move 30 feet away in a direction. And that's my whole turn.
All right, going over to Limbo.
All right, Limbo sees the dead lady and he's like, "Job's done." And he looks at the Yeti and he runs over there and runs up to the Yeti now with his quarterstaff, and he's just gonna keep pounding away. That is a 23 to hit on my first attack, dealing 9 damage. That's a 15 to hit on my second attack. That is a 6 to hit. That's 6 more damage, I mean. And then I'm going to try this again. I don't know how well it's gonna work. I'm gonna do a flurry of blows. So I'm gonna expend 1 key point that allows me to do 2 unarmed strikes. So where is that? That's a 19, dealing 9 more damage, and I don't know. This is gonna hit an 11.
No.
And then I'm gonna burn my last key point, 19, to do a stunning strike. So he needs to do a DC 13, Constitution saving throw of DC 13.
He passed.
Okay, so he is not stunned.
Yep.
And then I want to look at him and see how the Yeti looks like he's doing.
He is very bloodied, battered, and I mean, he has chunks of fur looking into where bone is. He looks like he is on his last assault.
All right, end of turn.
All right. He turns to the rabbit that is still hitting him over and over, and is gonna make his full final assault from what it seems like to him, and is gonna go and use everything he's got. So he rolled a 22. Oh wait, I gotta roll twice because I got disadvantage. Oh my god. He rolled a, it was gonna be 22. He rolled a 13.
Nope.
Oh my god.
I use my fire glaive and I'm like, back, I say, back.
Rolls a dirty 20 to hit on his second one. He's going to hit for 14 damage plus 7 cold damage.
Blood begins to drip down my bunny fur.
Yep, and then he's gonna chilling gaze you.
19.
Wow, passed it. And with his final assault, he seems exhausted. That is the end of his turn.
No. I look at him and I flourish my glaive. And I stare him down and go, you see, you be doing all that gazing. Meanwhile, I be grazing. And I go ahead and just slash him twice, not using sharpshooter, just with my glaive. Ooh, that's a 23 to hit and a 12 to hit?
Does not.
Okay, so my one glaive is going to hit. That's going to be, 13 damage plus 4 fire damage for a total of 17 points of damage.
And right before even the fire damage hits him, he collapses and the fire just ignites his body. Lit on fire, fur smelling atrocious while lit on fire. And he sits there as a mound of flesh burning away. But we do have one issue.
No. We don't have any issues. What are you talking about?
Jax, can you roll a saving throw?
12.
Rolling a 12 didn't quite make the saving throw. The soul of the Yeti flows through the air and gets sucked into the crown, increasing its power. And and now Jax, with a little evil in him, needs to figure out what he wants to do.
You see the Yeti soul just flowing into like wind surrounding these, so you kind of see a wind outline of me like panicking. So I'm invisible and running around the room. I pop out of my invisibility. I guess, can I just take it off, or?
Yeah. You pass 2 out of the 3. You're permanently changed, obviously, from this mentally, for sure. But what are you gonna do with the crown?
Can I try one more time to control it?
Are we out of combat?
Yes. Well, technically.
Yeah, technically, right?
I look at Limbo.
can-
Look at Limbo.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave now, and Limbo just goes up the stairs.
Grab him. Grab him.
Goodbye.
So before any of that happens, what you notice is that there's 3 columns that were there the entire time. Those gems that happened float up from those, and you realize that there's, if you don't know what it is, it's laminate flow are these actually columns. So that's been streaming water this entire time through those columns, and perfectly eye level to everyone except Tella is a gem sitting there, but it is cracked open. Each one of you can grab one of the gems.
I grabbed the blood one, the blood obsidian.
I grabbed the sky one, the sapphire.
Yeah, I'll grab the earth one.
Perfect. So I had a account for this, but you guys beat this guy so quickly. So on this round, a gem was the gem that flowed up and was going to unlock a level 20 spell for each one of you. In case this fight went on a little too long. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So now you have those in your arsenal. Jax, what is you can either roll to see how we end this, to see if the crown dominates you.
Yeah, I want to roll one more time to control it. Otherwise, I'll take it off.
I think you gotta if you fail, you're gonna have to roll one more time, because then it would be 2 fails.
Yeah.
2. All right, so let's see.
That is a 13.
So it was 13 was the So there you
So
go.
that passes, yeah. I don't think there's any money in here. I think we should probably leave.
I take it right. I take it right.
This is bullshit. I pick up the Yeti and I throw him down the hole.
You're just jealous you don't have a shiny crown like me.
We could always sell the crown as Limbo just starts walking up the stairs.
Yeah, I start walking up the stairs behind everybody, and I contemplate for a second to suck the soul of Telemachus into the crown. But because I succeeded, I don't do it. And I move on forward with my newfound friends.
When you go to look at my soul, you see me shrink down to a tiny bunny, and I look at you, and I give you the floppy-eared look. You coming, Jax?
Of course I'm coming. Yes, of course. Hey, sorry, your soul just looks so... you look so different in your tiny body that, Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Nice. Well, Jared, dude, you did... That was great. That was a great job. For
Hey,
sure.
thanks.
He has to say the line. He has to say the line.
What's the
What?
line?
And with that...
And with that is
that's where...
we'll end.
Oh, today's session. Okay.
Hey.
'Cause I got there.
Hey.
I'm like, I did my job. I'm done. I'm checked out. I know it was too long. Sorry.
Too long.
No, it's
it was
okay.
a perfect amount of time.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? I
Yeah.
felt like
Yeah.
It,
Yeah, it was a wonderful
okay.
adventure.
If you're listening to this... If you're listening to this and made it to this point, let us know if we split it into 2 episodes. My guess is yes.
Right. I feel like we had to.
There's a cool stopping point that I thought would be a really cool split. So
Yeah, when I become huge and jacked and beautiful, angelic flowing hair, yeah, I agree.
no, definitely not that one.
Definitely that
something
one.
Else. I
In
was
my
thinking,
giant flowing glaive of passion.
and your flowing nose hair, yes.
Dude.
All right. Well, I do need to go eat dinner. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. So sorry.
no, dude, you're good. It was fun. I
It was a
enjoyed it.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm just very hungry. That's all. But no, it was well worth it.
I got one suggestion of sorts
Yeah.
before we leave.
Yeah, we gotta end it on a recommendation.
I just got more so I need recommendations. I just got a Kindle. Yeah, I'm in a book club now. I'm trying to read more, strengthen the mind, because I need to get past that 8 intelligence score. So if anybody has recommendations, if you have Kindle or good audiobooks even, let me know what the best ones are, and I'll take a look.
Oh, 50 Shades of Grey.
If anybody has recommendations in the Discord, let me know. And I will take most suggestions, but not any suggestions.
Ready Player 1 and Ready Player 2.
But Jared, seriously, awesome job. The map layout was so cool. I love the map
It
layout.
was. It was dope. It was dope.
And
Good
the,
job. It was
the puzzle was sick. The puzzle was so good.
Jared's first time DMing ever, and he did it live. Give him a
right.
round of applause. He did a great job. He did a great job.
Claps.
I was so
claps,
stressed,
claps.
and I'm glad this is over.
No, dude, you did a great job.
I'm sad. I'll just say this one thing. I'm really sad that the end. Like, I didn't want the boss to be too easy, but then I wanted those. I wanted the whole idea I started with was be like, oh man, how cool would it be if you got a level 20 spell on a final boss? That was how I started this whole like thing, and then it just you guys kicked the
A
mess
ninth
out of
level
it,
spell. Okay, I cast Wish.
right? No, I know.
Wish
That's
I
what I
was a bit
wanted.
taller.
I wanted it.
I
to
like
just,
that with
like,
the heat metal.
I just wanted to go nuts. But yeah, when you did that and you put the crown on, I was like, I don't know how to go from here. But anyways, good stuff.
Great job.
Yeah, very good stuff.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, there's gonna be a part 3 where we have to fight Jax for the crown.
Right?
Yeah, that'll be in another Kambuki Fighting Pit episode.
The Ice King. Wait, I've seen this show before. Wait,
Right.
hold on, wait.
Good
All
stuff.
right.
All right,
Well,
guys.
thank you for making that for us, Jared. That was so much fun.
Yeah, no problem. Now on to the Patreon shoutouts. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Oh, see you another time.
Bye.
And now it's time to shout out the Patreon supporters, starting with the Blood Shard Bandits. First up is Benjamin Hayes. As the plated armor feels weighed upon his transferred soul, he tries to reach out to those that accept him for who he is. However, no one could understand his flaming tongue. The fire burns within his new body as he now stares down a full tankard of ale that he cannot drink, with new companions that he cannot speak to, in the middle of a jungle tavern at the Kambuki Isles. Dylan Snyder is next, aka Reese the Bard. Reese is striding along and writing songs of his journey. Without missing a beat, with the wind at his feet, this bard is feeling worthy. With the crunch of the leaves and the shuddering of trees, this Eladrin will fulfill his duties to deliver a tool given to him so unjustly deserving. Julius Kendrick is up next, as the husk of withered trees and a dim gleam of a haunted moon stand over him. As the seasons change, so do his plots of revenge. Rumors of decimated graveyards have been spreading around small towns of Humbrea. Rains, who was recently killed and had his identity stolen by a demon frog, is next. Our heroes finally brought to light of Rain's disappearance and had helped him finish his last assignment, purifying the water within Aramore City, and in the process cleansing all the demon frog eggs left behind by the death slot. However, did they get every last tadpole? Next is Alara Dawnstar. Finally cleaning the Temple of Scareus, she is now able to focus on bigger tasks, such as fixing the collapsed roof of the chapel, replacing the giant broken iron doors, and learning how to make and replace religious stained glass. Captain Scarrow, is he revered or just feared? His massive ship sails the ever-towed sea, flying one of the most infamous Jolly Rogers Humbrea has ever seen. This fish-faced skull and bones strikes fear into the heart of his enemies, and if his flag isn't scary enough, perhaps his large man-o'-war ship could make you reconsider. The trees whisper amongst themselves as they look for aid. Rommel blossoms into the Bloodshot Bandits as our newest woodland protector. This gentle woad pledges his soulful buds to his patron, offering his life to protect his home and the very meaning of nature. Now we're gonna move on to the City College alumni. First up is Andrew Hall. Andrew has decided to work on the magical consequences of divination magic over an expanding period of time for his senior project. Asking student volunteers, he noticed a large group of students who asked him to use tarot cards and then using magic divination to re-pick the bad cards for their students' fortune. He now realizes he may fail. Artemis is next up, and we learn the reason of his disappearance. He is currently assisting local town and villages in the Kambuki Isles. He is updating and educating them on anti-bullying laws and how to prevent bullying. Local town productivity is at an all-time high. Craig is our newest member of the City College alumni, but remains to be a mystery. It seems that the school administration had lost his file at registration. He attends classes, however, his professors are curious of where his attentions may truly lie. Next up is Sly, a not-so-petty thief who has managed to steal enough coin to make a name for themselves. While also able to hire scouts, these scouts keep an ear out for any potential big-time gigs or potential heists. Sakajua is next. Dashing around the campus, this centaur has been demolishing the competition on the City College track and field team. City College Infirmary also loves him for his ability to heal wounded athletes with his clerical powers. Speaking of mysterious students, next up is Patrick Wienerstrom, and his neighbors are more suspicious than ever. A large package was recently delivered to his doorstep with no labels. Strange noises have been coming from his home ever since. St. Chaos is now in prison. That's right. During his expulsion, new claims have come forth of magical robbery, arson, and mean-spirited name-calling. Without an educational structure system to keep him somewhat in place, who will stop him from his senseless magical tomfoolery? Next, we have Warden, protector of Dotopia, a yeasty civilization living on Warden's baguette, and he is our last City College alumni. Evading law enforcement, he swears to protect the Bread City and the Carbodians who inhabit it. Now we're gonna move on to Humbrea's heroes, starting with Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman is an alchemist entrepreneur who has run into some trouble in the town of Gilo recently, as a string of thefts has taken place in his new alchemy shop. Alex Dredd is locked and loaded and searching tirelessly, following a trail of breadcrumbs of his newest delicious bounty. Can you hear that? Nefarious Ducarius's booty cheeks are clapping in the midnight winds throughout Aramore as a small worm infestation has occurred. That's worms with a Y, of course. Man with Glass has just finished his new vase filled with volcanic lava glass. He cannot wait to show the world what he's made. Oh no, is that a stone shooting towards him? New Humbrea's hero Leon, that's Dandy Leon, is a tabaxi pickpocket of Humbrea. Rumors say once you hear the cat's purr, your coin is already gone. Odimel is a new member as well, an elf of the moon in the highest regard. Holy arcane magic swirls around her to guide those who seek help. Our third newest member of Humbrea's heroes is Mr. Johnny Tar. Mr. Tar is a fierce fighter of Humbrea, a force to be reckoned with. And Caleb Schneider, our last but newest Humbrea's hero, is a strong, buff, halfling barbarian who prides himself on being the best lycan hope hunter in all of Humbrea. You werewolves better beware. Everybody, I just want to say thank you for the love and support and everything in between. If you would like to hear your name on the Patreon shoutouts, go ahead and click the Patreon link down below to find out some more information. And as always, thank you so much, and we'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.